Yeah, boy. I'm just gonna hit record and whatever happens happens. If we hit a funny, then we hit a funny. If we don't, we don't. You were just playing that game instead of
Yeah.
the greatest game of all time.
What'd you say it was called?
Marble Blast Gold.
What is the object of this game?
The object of this game is to go fast. Essentially.
I mean, fair enough.
You are the titular marble, and you gotta blast through the courses and get the gold. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's 3 stages of levels.
I want to get gold.
There's like
how do I get it?
Oh hell, it's free.
Is it on Steam?
It's free, bro. You just look up Marble Blast Gold
Steam?
download. It's not on Steam. It's like
downloads.
It's a 2003 game that came on like every
my god
Mac that ever existed back in 2003. It was automatically downloaded on that, and like every school laptop had it. So whenever the 11-year-olds wanted to slack off, they would just get their MacBooks out and play Marble Blast Gold.
Me when I play Marble Blast Gold, I don't know if it's downloading or not.
It's a
TBH.
Bit wonky, TBH, but it is a time. It is the best time. And like you're gonna have to, in order to like unlock the levels, just like, yeah, you have to unlock the levels by beating them. It's easy to just breeze past the.
I have no idea if it's downloading.
Hey yo, let me see that. Let me see that noggin, bro. Let me see that face.
Alright, let me see where's my Discord at. Hope you can see me. I don't really have good light in here. I got a new lamp though. That was pretty cool.
Hey yo, bro, turn that lamp toward your face. That's what I do.
Hey, that's a good idea.
All you can see is just my pale ass face, and then the darkness behind me.
I'm literally laying in my bed. I'm not gonna figure out how to not use Discord in a long time.
Oh hell yeah, boy! Hell yeah! Hold on, is there a way I can like?
I got that terrible camera quality.
Nice, bro.
See if I can go full screen.
Yo, you got a napkin nearby? That lamp do be pretty bright though.
Yeah, let me see if I have anything. I thought you got that terrible ass camera quality.
Nah, you good, bro.
Let me see here.
Hold on, wait. Try pointing the lamp like it not on your like up or like I don't know.
Yeah. It was like this. Alright, turn the camera.
Oh yeah, that looks good. And we can actually see your face this time. Bruh, you sipping that drink?
Yeah, thirsty.
Nice.
I'm thirsty.
Thirsty. Yo. This Logitech 1080p camera that I have is like $60 at Walmart, if you want.
Oh.
So, welcome.
Can I adjust anything to this camera?
Maybe, because I know this is definitely what my laptop's webcam looks like.
You can always go to Teams, do the special backgrounds.
We could.
I don't remember how to. I don't fucking know.
I'm surprised how good like this whole grid setting looks. It's perfect.
Oh my god. It says I have 7 notifications. Oh, never mind. It says I had 7 notifications, and now I remember it because I'm in this group on the Discord that I like never use. I barely even use Discord, to be honest.
Yeah, bro.
Like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I just like hang out at other people's places, trying to just lurk and trying not to talk to any underage females.
I feel that.
I've come dangerously close on several occasions, but I always get out before I get pyrocynical.
Good. Don't want you to die.
I'd hate for this to blow up, and then like I get accused of pedophilia.
Alright, Carson.
Shut the frig up! Shut the frig up! He was innocent! Carson is innocent!
I agree.
Don't you dare slander my boy Carson like that.
I mean, I could agree with that. So you said you had some fire topics for this here podcast.
Fire topics? Yeah, I got some fire topics.
Are we recording already?
We are. Yeah, we're
shit.
recording. All right.
My bad.
We're just looking to see what sticks. I'm not gonna edit this as much as the usual video because the way to get views on YouTube, apparently, I was told by a very reliable source, she had huge titties.
Oh, nice.
So, the way to get views on YouTube is like, basically you just gotta be long and boring, like my penis.
Nice, me too. Except mine's not long. It's just boring.
It's just boring.
It's just a disappointment.
I mean,
Oh crap! It'd probably help if I had my mic up here more. There we go.
Oh yeah, I was wondering. It sounded a little potato.
How's this?
Oh, that's pretty stanky, bro. That's pretty good. Let me bring my mic close. Okay, so like the point of a podcast is to basically just be listened to. Like,
yeah.
You know Logan Paul has a podcast now. It's called Impulsive, and like, I don't want to say anything too controversial on our inaugural podcast.
Is it terrible?
It's actually pretty good. Like,
oh shit! All right, bet.
I think Logan Paul has I think he's redeemed himself.
I was about to say, he was apparently in the. I saw this like in an article. He was apparently doing something with the WWE recently.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Jake Paul. Jake Paul's.
No, I mean he went to like the WrestleMania or something, and he was like a special guest referee or something. I was like, what? This is insane. Shit. Because they kept making memes about how it was the wrong Paul brother because he lost. Yeah,
because I know Jake Paul is still doing that, and Jake Paul's still a little weenie, but I think Logan Paul got himself a babysitter and he straightened up real nice. Yeah, smart man. I didn't subscribe to Logan Paul directly. I subscribed to the Impulsive podcast. It's pretty good. That's
respectable.
It is pretty respectable.
I've been watching the Goons podcast, if you've heard of them.
Is that the one with Moist Critical?
It is not, but it has. I think they might be friends with Moist Critical. I'm not really sure. It's got it has the Do, Soup, Blarg, and then McNasty. They're big like. They're like when they blew up, they were playing. Well, Soup's been around for like years. He's basically been around since YouTube started. When he was like a really little kid, he just started making random ass videos. But they kind of got really famous for, together at least. They all kind of, when they got together, they were all famous for Rainbow Six Siege videos. And so, like, now they're playing a lot of like CS:GO, I think, and when what was it called? The Call of Duty. What was it called? The Battle Royale? Warzone. Yeah, they played a lot of Warzone as well. So that was pretty cool.
It's like Fitz videos?
Yeah, basically. I think McNasty got his start because of Fitz.
Yeah.
Or at least that helped a lot. So, yeah, basically, they're all involved. It's really cool.
I just got flashbacks to when we were like Fitz and Swagger in our like first video where you were in.
Yeet.
Yeet. Just don't say the N-word.
No.
Podcast is over. Podcast is over. Nemo. All right, that's an okay. That's an approved N-word.
Yes.
You can only say the approved. There are only 3 approved.
Wait a minute. What? Huh? Yeah, I know. Sorry, my dad was talking to me. Sorry, business. It's my friend. Go away. Oh.
Go away. You're on YouTube.
Matthew. That was my dad. He thought I was talking to Matthew.
Papa bless.
Papa
bless.
Papa.
Papa. And your Papi Chulo.
What are these topics you have? I've been so excited to learn.
Yes, the topics at hand. All right, Dylan. We are
Yeah.
going. This is the introduction to the Yet to Be Named podcast. After
Okay.
that almost exactly 10 minutes of just rambling. This is what to be expected. So our first question. This is where I'm going to ask Dylan a question, and then we just start a conversation about maybe pertaining to that statement. I'm not entirely sure.
We haven't figured that out yet.
All right. So Dylan, the first question.
Yes.
The first question. It's very inquisitive. It's very existential, and very. Dylan, are you real?
Oh shit. Well, define real.
Shit. I guess that's part of the discussion. Like, what
Okay.
is reality?
What is reality exactly?
What is reality? We got a very simple question for the first podcast.
It's fair enough.
Man, what is it?
Well, are you real?
I don't know. I don't
shit.
know.
I think we might have a problem there.
We might have an existential crisis on our hands. Because there really is no way of knowing, like, whether or not any other person exists in the world besides, like, yourself. Because it comes back to the statement, I think, therefore I am. I think, at least a little bit. So I'm a little bit real. But you can't know that. For all you know, you're just like a brain in a jar.
Exactly. Same with everybody, to be honest.
Exactly.
You know what is real, though? I drew a penis out of C4 on this game. I'm gonna blow it up now.
Bro, let me see, bro.
Oh, shit. Okay, it didn't blow it up yet. Let me see if I can...
Bro, let me see this cock before you blow it.
Alright. Share my screen. There we go. Okay, what do you think about this?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, shit, we're on YouTube. We gotta censor it.
Yeah,
censor it.
You wanna watch it blow up?
Bruh.
It's gone.
Bruh.
Don't have to worry about it. It's gone.
Shit, bruh.
I thought you might like that. Mm-hmm.
That was pretty freaking epic. Oh yeah, I can also show you Marble Blast Gold, the realest game known to man. Hold on, let me
do it right now. Let me pull up my...
Oh shit, it's also really fucking loud.
Fucking
oh no, I'm about to fucking deafen myself. Hold on, options, audio, muse. Oh yeah, the aspect ratio is also frigged. Oh wait, fuck, I have to share my screen. Yeah. Let me bring back Discord.
Yeah, all I see right now is that beautiful face of yours.
Oh yeah, baby.
Damn,
Share
baby.
screen. Hell yeah. Is this one? Yeah. Then go live. That's Discord.
Yeah.
All right. Can you see it? Real 1 arcade. It's like horrible aspect ratio. Or is it just Discord?
It says numbers has minimized their application. ... Sit tight.
Shit.
So I'm sitting tight.
Frig. Hold on. Is this?
Okay, now I can see.
Oh no! Oh,
Oh
frig.
god, there's the echo.
Oh god, it's the oh no. Hold on. Let me move Discord over to my second monitor so I can bring up Marble Blast Gold and. Hold on. Frig. No, it takes my frig. Oh, come on. We struggling over here. Just trying to show this man what it feels like to be part of reality. Oh, come on.
Hey, you wanna hear something? You wanna hear something funny while you figure that out?
What?
And then there's the classic.
Dweeble-dee-doo.
Man,
Dweeble-dee-dee.
I love those audios.
Frig, I can't show you Marble Blast Gold on the stream this time. Frig, dude.
That's loud. What is that purple?
The what? Oh, that's my background. Hold on, I'm still sharing my
sheesh.
screen. Let's stop that. All right. So, yeah.
You're frozen on this.
Oh
I just
god,
see
I'm
your
frozen.
Like, no, like this camera is fine. I seen
Yeah,
you talking.
it's just
But the other one, it's just a froze image of your background and then just a froze still image of you.
why is it still like that? Go away.
Hey, bro, I didn't know you were friends with Danny DeVito.
Shut the frig up. Shut the frig up. No, I'm not. Shut up. Oh shit, I'm leaking all my information, all my Discord
We
communities. Oh
got
shit.
Din Din. Wonder who that is. We got the Nugget, Victor NZ, inactive user,
that's my second best friend right there, inactive user.
E6. Dino. Ooh, Dino's playing Dino.gg.
Dino.gg. Where the
And
wait.
then you have retard. I can't feel that.
Oh yeah, that's like a 12-year-old I met on Among Us.
How
Amogus.
old?
Like 12.
And how old are you?
Um
Uh-oh.
Nah, no comment. Change window. Stop. Oh fuck. There we go.
Hey.
All right. Now, back to the question at hand. Um, bruh. Sometimes things just don't feel real. You know,
Yeah.
like
Like today.
what happened today? Why did today not feel real
A
specifically,
bad day.
bro? Tell me
Everything was
about it.
bad.
What happened, bro?
Well, I woke up and I was like, okay, cool. I'm off today. And
Shit,
then
bro. Me
I
too.
kind of laid around and then I got up. No, actually, I had to go to the doctor this morning. That's what I had to do. And so that went okay. Then I got home and my aunt was here and I was like, hey, yo, what's going on? And I started getting these phone call. I got a phone call from my boss. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna answer that. I don't want to go today because I know that's what he's gonna do. And I ignored it. And before I could even put my phone back down, he called immediately afterwards. I was like, okay, something must be wrong if he's calling me that many times that fast. So I answered it. He was like, hello, and he was like, so you said you could work the mornings, right? When can you come in? And I was like, I said I can't work the morning. He's like, oh darn. Apparently he ended up going to the ER because I think he thought he was having a heart attack or something. And I was like, yeah, I can't come in. I already have plans. Which I did. I had to go to the doctor. I was helping my grandfather. I had a bunch of stuff to do. And then they kept bothering me like all day. He finally left. Like he finally stopped messaging me, and but the other manager started messaging me constantly. She called my phone, and I didn't even see that. It didn't even show up that my phone rang. The only reason I knew anybody called is because I had a voicemail. So I checked the voicemail, and I figured out it was them. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And she left me like almost a minute long voicemail, basically asking me if I could come in, and I was like, "Bro, I can't. I have plans." Which I did. I have things to do. I had to help my grandfather. Like I said, I had to go to the doctor this morning. I actually had some things to do that big boys have to do apparently now that you're older. And so I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. So I told him, I sort of lied, but I sort of didn't. I told him the truth. I just didn't tell him the whole truth. I basically was like, yeah, I just got out of the doctor, or I just got my medicine, and they said that I can't like drive after I take it. Which is not a lie. They told me I should probably be really careful when I take it. Like, don't take it in the mornings, probably, because it's supposed to, like, make me sleepy and stuff. And work with my anxiety and all that. But I just didn't tell them that I, hadn't taken it today. Because I just
Yeah.
got it today. So I took it like an hour ago. And
Yeah.
then
I
I
might
made it.
have taken the medicine. I might have not taken the medicine, but like if
Well,
I
that's
did
true.
take the medicine, I can't go into work.
Exactly. That's basically how it was. And then I got really, like, I don't know why, but I was just really like an a-hole earlier. And then my mom like said something. I kept getting ticked off at like my something outside. Like there was a bunch of kids here because my brother and sister were playing with friends,
Ugh,
and I was looking for my
kids.
dad because they were trying to
Disgusting.
ask him a question and I couldn't find him. So that ticked me off. And then like there's just this random people here, like these random kids I've never seen before. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I got mad. I started yelling and getting all frustrated, and then I said some bad words, and my mommy got really mad at me. And then I yelled at my mommy, and my mommy yelled at me back, and then I went to my room. She sent me to my room. I was like,
Bro.
man, I'm 18 years old, and I just got sent to my room.
Bro, imagine being sent to your room by your mommy at
Well, I told her,
18 years old.
I was like, fine, I'm just gonna leave. And then I went to my room, and I got my keys. She's like, where you going? I was like, I don't know. I'm just leaving. And then she got mad at me, and she was like, she pointed to my room, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to my room now.
She
So
didn't
then
even command you. She's like,
she looked at me. That's exactly what she did. And I was like still yelling and saying bad words, and I got really mad. So I was like, fine, I'll go to my room. I guess I won't be needing these. And I had my keys in my hand, and I just threw them across
oh shit.
And then I went to my room, and I was like, yeah, it's time to take some meds. So I took some meds.
bro.
Prescribed. I'm not a pillhead. I was prescribed. And I used them for the intentions they were intended for.
Din
Or I used them for,
Din be medicated. He gotta take his
yeah.
anger pills.
No, that they make me mad. Apparently, they make me irritable. And I told them that today, and they're like, "Yeah, it's okay." I was like, "Oh,
Oh
okay."
shit! I've had the opposite. I've had the opposite day. Today's been great. Like I had a good healthy breakfast of a protein shake and a Cliff Bar, and then I was like,
Okay.
"Yep, this is good. This is good. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
a nice little day." And then I had a similar situation with my boss, except she texted me and she's like, "Hey, can you like go like from 4 to 8 or like 4 to 9?" I'm like, okay, because
Well,
my philosophy is the more I work, the more money I get. And like the past 2 paychecks have been pretty freaking epic. Like like the one before last paycheck was like $695 or
my gosh.
$595. And this past one was like it was insane. It was like fucking $675. It was almost $100 more. I'm making fucking bank at my indiscriminate gas station of work.
My problem is at my place of business.
We got to keep it generic for legal reasons.
Yeah, even before I got into management position, they would always like call me. I guess it's because I was trustworthy, and they knew that I would normally come. 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't ask questions. I'd just be like, "Yes, I'll come in."
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's out. Yeah, I'll come in and cover. Even though I live farther away than most people there, and so like today they did the same thing. It's just so overwhelming. And now that I'm in management, it's like kind of, I guess, more expected of me, but I guess it's like they're used to me just picking up the slack, so they don't want to pick it up themselves, and it's really pissing me off.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay.
You see, we're just like, we have 5 people working at that gas station, and it's all right because we got. Actually, we don't, because I think one of the assistant manager at my work got promoted to manager of a gas station in Kingsport. So now we have one manager, and a shift lead got promoted to assistant manager at another gas station. So now we have the manager, me, this other guy who's about to get a $15 an hour internship, and this old lady who's getting back surgery. So it's
basically gonna be you and the manager.
Yeah, I mean, the other guy is like 25, and he's of very good working age, but he works 3 days a week. His last paycheck was like $200. They don't schedule him whatsoever. So it's like, well, the assistant manager hasn't like stopped working there, but it's essentially just gonna be like me and the general manager, and
yeah,
everyone like got promoted. Like the assistant manager got promoted, the shift lead got promoted, and we were just wondering, who's the next assistant manager going to be? Because like me and the 25-year-old, we're in college, so we don't have the time schedule. And the old lady's about no offense, old lady who I work with, you're old, like really old, and like if the wind blew really hard, you would snap in half.
Yeah.
I mean,
see,
you're only slightly annoying, and I mean no offense, but you're old as shit.
We have the opposite problem. Well, not really the opposite problem. We have, technically there's 4 managers, including me. We have the store manager, the assistant manager, and then we're considered, our titles are team leads, but we're managers. I mean, we're key holders and all that. We have all the management positions and pay and all that stuff. So there's 4 managers, including me, and then there's 3 sales associates, and one of the sales associates literally got a promotion to senior sales associate, even though she didn't deserve it. And like everybody there hates her. Like we've been trying to get her fired or for her to quit for so long, and she just won't. She calls in whenever she feels like calling in. She just comes in randomly sometimes and works as little or as much as she feels like working, no matter what her schedule says. And then she always like has an excuse. Always, it's either I'm sick or my sister's in the hospital, or my sister's in the hospital now she's going to Johnson City, or a tree fell in my driveway, or it's always something. It started off as like I'm sick and or she'll come in late almost every day because she's like, yeah, the line at Dunkin' Donuts was really long, and I'm like, bro,
Bruh.
work is more important than Dunkin' Donuts.
Bruh,
But sometimes she'll come in on time and then she'll leave early, or sometimes she'll come in on time and then she'll leave on time. But she's annoying. No one likes her. She's an a-hole, and man, I really wish she would just quit or get fired. But nobody will fire her, and I don't have the like I'm manager and all that, but I don't have the authority to fire her. I can send her home, but I can't fire her.
Shit,
So,
bro. Imagine having the power to send people home. Holy shit.
yeah. And then the other two sales associates are great. I like them. They actually respect me because I respect them. And she treats them like she tries to treat them, even though she says she doesn't. She tries to treat them like she's the manager. She doesn't ask them to do anything. She just commands them to do stuff and expects them to do it. And then we've tried to explain to her that maybe if you would be nicer, they would listen to you, because they don't listen to her. They will like walk, like sometimes they've told me that she'll come over and start talking to them, and they'll just walk away from her and ignore her, like to her face. I'm like, well, I don't blame you. If she's gonna be mean, I would do the same thing. But they've well, I can't say that. I don't want to say their names. The other person whom is in management, she's like, we're both part-time. I'm assuming they're gonna eventually step down soon, and then I'll be quote unquote full-time. But until then, she's with me as well, and she apparently like she wrote this long, like, because we have an app that we use for work. It's like a group. It's basically for a group chat.
Yeah.
And she wrote this really super super long like paragraph to me and the three other managers, or me. It's basically our manager at our store manager group chat. It has all the four of us in it, and she wrote this big long paragraph about how she's been getting so many of the same complaints from each person, like from the other two sales associates, and they're identical, so it's not like they're lying. But it's like apparently it's the same thing over and over again, and she's like, we really need to address this. And that she even said that, yeah, they say Dylan's fine, and that they have no problem working with him because he's nice and blah blah blah. And I was like, thank you, person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The district manager, she came in today, and that's when she told the assistant manager she was getting a promotion. And before the assistant manager left, she told us that one of us, like, there's only two guys who work there, so it was me or the other guy who got like a certificate of good customer service, and it was like 5. So it had to be me or the other guy, but the other guy just hardly. He doesn't get scheduled as often as I do. I'm like basically there every day. You said you were almost quote unquote full time. I'm quote unquote part time.
Yeah, that's about right.
I work.
I've learned that when you're quote unquote part time, you're basically working as much as they can physically make you work.
Yeah.
But when you're full time, they don't work you at all.
No, you see, it's I play a very delicate balancing act of doing as little work as possible while doing just the right amount of work. Because I'm part-time, but they're working me like every fucking day. I mean, the hours are great. Like I said, I get lots of cash money. And I am one of the most reliable people there. Like, if you call... Like, they text me, and I just show up. It's like...
Yeah, that's what I used to do, but now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, then you literally have another manager that lives like 5, maybe 10 minutes away. I live like 30 or more, depending on traffic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm so fucking reliable. One day, one shift, I came in at 11, and that was like a fucking shitty day. That was like the worst day possible I've ever had at work. First of all, I got up at like 9, and that's the bare minimum. That's the earliest I will get up without feeling like absolute garbage. I hate getting up early in the morning. It's the worst. Like,
yeah, I had to wake up at like 7:30 this morning to go to the doctor by 8.
Frig, dude. So like, I buy these energy pills in order to like keep me up in the morning. It also helps boost my metabolism, so I don't stay as fat as I usually am.
Man, I need some of that. I gained 4 pounds apparently since the last time I was there.
Shit, bro.
I was like, what? That's not fair. I said I was like, I've been trying to lose weight, not gain it.
No, you see, what you gotta do is you gotta. I get these Stacker 3 XPLC burn fat, increase energy, boost metabolism capsules, and then I eat me a Cliff Bar and a Atkins creamy vanilla protein shake. That's my breakfast,
creamy.
baby. But this was before I started doing that. So I was grumpy, I was hungry, I was tired, and I'm driving my shitty ass car whose power steering pump is broken, and I'm like having to fucking wrestle with the steering wheel in order to stay forward. My arms are getting pretty muscular from that. I'll give
All right,
it.
let's go.
I've got them gains, boy. But it doesn't help when there's a fucking car driving on the wrong side of the road as you're going to work. Like,
Ooh.
I'm driving and I'm going up the hill, and just over the peak there's this white van, and it doesn't register in my mind like what's happening first, and I'm like, huh, what is that? That doesn't seem right. Oh wait, that's a van driving on the wrong side of the road. Huh, I wonder what I should do. And it's like, it's coming toward me, and I'm like, wait, is that going to hit me? Oh god. But it swerves right past me and onto the grass, because I'm in like the second lane from the left, because that's how I turn into my work. So it goes just right past me and just scrapes across like a hill or something, gets back on the road, and then fucking bangs into this white truck behind me and just sends shit flying. And I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, that could have been you.
That could have been me. Like, it drove past me, it went off the road, then came back on the road, and I'm looking in my rear view mirror, and it just fucking decks this truck behind me. And I'm like,
gosh,
holy shit, dude. And it was just right outside, like just up the hill of where I work. And I pull in, and it's the assistant manager's there, and I'm like, holy shit, I almost got hit by a car. And then like that was the little bit of it. And like she had to go do other stuff, so I was just in there, and I'm just it just slowly comes to me, holy shit, I could have fucking got hit by a car.
Oh yeah.
And the car that I drive is so old and rusty and beat up, it would have been fucking obliterated by a head-on collision. Like, my engine is sideways. That shit would have crushed my abdomen and my penis, most importantly.
Dang.
That would have been a true loss.
I'm just gonna go up. Maybe I'll apply for your assistant manager position.
Oh,
I have
wait,
management
hold on.
experience.
Shit, bro. That apparently you can't move in with a person who you work with, so that's kind of cringe, to be honest. Like, you could, but we just couldn't split an apartment.
Why?
I have no fucking clue.
Says who?
I don't know. The shift lead who I was talking to at one point, he was reading through the rule books and it's like, oh yeah, hypothetically, if we were to like get married and move in together and like start a family in, we wouldn't be able to work together.
What?
He made it really gay for some reason. I don't know why.
Never mind. Guess I won't. Jesus Christ.
But
well, technically,
I don't know.
Same thing. The same thing happens at undisclosed location I work at. If I were to like start dating or marrying, well, I think dating might be. I don't know about dating. That's a little different. But like,
it might be
if
just
you're
dating.
if they're your spouse, I'm pretty sure you can't work at the same location. Like, you could work at another store, like the one in Johnson City, but both people could not work at the same exact store. It would have to be a different location.
Yeah, I think
same franchise, different location.
It might just be if you're married or dating, but.
I think this happens with a lot of places actually. Like, if you're married or dating, you can't work because of something. I forgot exactly why, but some places you can kind of bypass that, but other places they're like, no, you can't do that. Or you can work for us, but you can't like work the same shift, or you can't work the same exact store. And
that wasn't even the worst part of the day. Back on track, like I get there, and I'm just like almost I'm about to fucking have a panic attack because I didn't realize what just happened. It didn't come into my brain, and I was gonna realize that later on in the day. So like I just, in order to calm myself down, I was just like, have you seen Back at the Barnyard?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I would just be sitting there since I was the only one in the store and it was dead. So I was just like, they call me Mr. Bombastic, be this fantastic, Mr. Mantic. Like doing my best
I love
Biggie
that.
Cheesed impression just like over and over again. I swear I look like a madman. When they have to check the cameras every day, and especially that day, that's when they wanted to check the cameras. So like, I just imagine the manager sitting there just like, they call me Mr. Bombastic. They call me Mr. Bombastic. They call me Mr. Bombastic. Just over and over and over again. Just
imagine. They probably think it's like stuck on repeat. Like,
yeah,
what's going on?
just fucking skipping over and over and over again, and like, so like I was working 11 to 7, and then the other guy comes in who's gonna close, and he comes in at like 6. So I go out to do the trash, but as I'm getting ready, I like stick in a headphone so I can listen to some Atom Bomb Baby. You know Atom Bomb Baby. That's a hit song from the 1900s, I think.
Ooh.
It's like it's one of the Fallout 4 songs on the radio. So I think it's pretty cool. It goes like boom, yadum boom, yadum boom, got a doll baby, I never saw nothing else like her anywhere you go. But that's just playing in my ear as I go out to start the trash, and I walk out, and like in the doorway there's this
No way.
no fucking shit, bro. All the managers came. The assistant manager, the general manager, the district manager came in.
What? That's
So,
insane.
if I have to edit this out for legal reasons, this is where we come back after that story. Dylan, how was that story with nondescript details?
Very epic.
Ah, yes, it was very epic. The moral of the story is
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs, or some 18-year-old might have to close.
Yes.
When he was supposed to leave at 7. I hope that was vague enough. I hope that was vague enough to get the gist of the story.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I've had to sacrifice that before, except it wasn't that severe. It was more like, man, you're working me like 6 out of the 7 days, and they're like, oh, well, and then they gave me an extra day off. I had to pull like a open and close by myself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, not by myself, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was the manager on duty basically. I was like, man, this sucks. I don't want to do this ever again. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll probably have to do this again in the future.
Yeah, like we usually always close alone. Like, it's a small store. It's not a lot of work to do. It's pretty chill. It fits me. I'm a lazy motherfucker, and I get paid to be lazy. But
yeah,
if I want to be,
me too.
Yeah,
but
I get $9 an hour. That's pretty epic.
I really am thinking about switching. I think I might go. I don't know. The only problem about going somewhere else is I have to relearn like everything.
Yeah. Hey,
I just got promoted, so
yeah. You do have like you have some management experience, right? So
yeah.
That's at the Walmart next to where I'm working. There, they start you at $15 if you work in the deli. So like if you move if we rented an apartment together, we could. Like, I could work at the gas station, where you could work at the Walmart, and we could make fucking money in Johnson City.
Bank.
We could make bank, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
I make okay right now. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but it's nothing to complain about.
Hey, yo, bro, what kind of cheddar you bringing in, homeboy? Let me see page.
I make 10.45.
Oh shit, that's
yeah. See,
but what are your hours though? But what are your hours?
Since I'm technically part-time, they try to give me like about 30 or so. Like this week I only had 25, and I may or may not get less than that,
bro, because
I'm supposed to be taking my grandfather because he has cancer, right? We just found that out recently, and he's going to Fort Sanders for like something. I feel like every time I talk about it, I think it's something to do with like, it's almost like an MRI type experience where they basically get like a picture of his insides or something. Or they basically are trying to see if they can get a better feel about where his cancer's at, if it's spreading, so they can try to target it better.
Yeah.
But anyways, he has to be there early in the morning, which is fine, and I'm taking him. But the problem is, he has to be there at 9. So of course we're gonna get there early to make sure we have a parking spot. He's on time because it's all the way in Fort Sanders. That's like an hour or so away. And then it could be quick and easy. He could be there by 9 and be out by like 10 or 11, and then I can drive home and that'll be fine. However, I have no clue, so I might not even be able to go into work at all tomorrow, which is fine. I don't really care. And I just got my taxes back, so I basically got like an extra paycheck.
Dude,
So that was nice.
imagine getting your taxes back. Dude,
Did you not do yours?
I can't even get my fucking stimulus check because I'm
I've not
registered
got one either.
as a dependent for my dad, even though he don't do shit. He pays my fucking phone bill. That's it. He pays my phone bill, and apparently that means I'm dependent on him.
Yeah. My mom was like, as long as you live under our household, you're gonna be independent. I was like,
I
what?
don't even live. I don't
Fair?
even fucking live with
Yeah.
him.
Well, I was like, bro, you know how much more I could help out around here if you would like let me get my stimmies.
Yeah. If anything, I should be registered as a dependent by the government. Daddy
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Yeah. Yeah. I still got decent back. I got more than I was expecting without
Yeah.
stimmies.
I
So
I'm fucking surprised because like I had like almost $2,000 to put on my taxes because I filed for
shit.
taxes for the first time. That was epic.
nice.
I got like
Proud dad moment.
$600 from my current job when I filed, and then I've been working there for like 2 months. $600. So
That's pretty fucking good.
that is pretty freaking epic. But you know what? I worked at a Bojangles like for 2
Yeah.
weeks in September, and I had the exact same money to file for taxes on.
How? That's insane.
Bojangles was the fucking worst place to work ever. If any
Yeah.
people who don't live in Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, you probably have no fucking clue what a Bojangles is. It's a chicken place. It's like KFC, but kind of. It's chicken.
It's okay. It's not
okay.
terrible.
Yeah,
It's not,
I would.
but it's nothing to write home about.
Yeah, it's kind of spicy, kind of good. It's got that little tang to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chicken place, and I started working there because I went into college, and I'm like, hey, I need a job. I need to make money, and I originally went to Walmart. Like, the funniest thing with no, not Walmart, McDonald's, because there was a McDonald's right outside my college, so. I go to McDonald's and I'm like, hey, I'm here for a job. And the manager was there and she was like, go to the app and do it. And I'm like, okay. So I scheduled for I went into the app and I was able to schedule an interview that same fucking day. So I just came in at 2, like, hey, I'm here for my interview. And she's like, okay, sit down. You want a Dr. Pepper? I'm like, hell yeah, I want a Dr. Pepper. So... And she gave me my Dr. Pepper, sat down, like, okay, you're hired. Just like, we gotta ask some questions first. And I'm like, okay.
Shit. Okay.
What are these questions? And it was just the basic interview questions. I leave feeling like the king of the earth with my Dr. Peppy in hand, just driving off into the sunset. And I'm like, oh yeah. I walked into a McDonald's. Got a Dr. Pepper and a job, same fucking day, and then they never called me back to schedule my first day.
Ooh.
I waited like 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and then they just never called back. I'm like, you made me feel like a king, and you do this to me. But I felt fucking cheated, dude. You have no clue.
Oh, yeah.
So then I'm driving. I'm like, fuck, man. I need to find a place to work. Oh, look at Bojangles. I wonder what that place is like. And then I go in there, and I'm like, cool. I was initially late to my first day because of class. Because one person didn't know how to tie a fucking knot in theater production. I was late for my first day at work. And,
Oh, God.
the first couple days, they were epic. They were cool. I was learning. I was frying chicken. I was making sandwiches. I was doing the work. But then, the next week, I was alone in the kitchen for fucking... 5 days out of the week, from fucking 7 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, 9-hour shifts with a 30-minute break, and I was just fucking. I was burning myself. I was messing up. I was like, oh shit, wrong. Just doing fucking. It was horrible. Like, I had a fucking mental breakdown on my second to last day of work. I like broke down crying. One of the assistant managers sent me home, and I'm like, it's the video. Did you see that video of me? The fucking
monkey.
the monkey. I was having a bad time, bro. And the next day, I straight up went to the manager and like, yo, bro, I quit. The second
I'm outie.
the second week I was working there, I'm like, I gotta dip, bruh. And it was the atmosphere was so fucking greasy too. Like, I have clear skin. I broke out when I started working there. And the worst part is I had a fucking Zoom show. They can't like put makeup. I don't have makeup. I had a Zoom show. I had a play on Zoom that I had to look nice and pretty for, but I had to break out because I worked at Bojangles and it was so fucking greasy there.
Gee, man.
But yeah, this job that I work at now is pretty awesome.
I feel that.
What were we talking about before my Bojangles tangent?
I have no clue, to be honest. I think it was we talking about work in general.
We have been talking about work. We've strayed quite a bit from the initial question, are you real? It went from are you real to how's your work life?
Some days I am real, some days I am not. It just depends on how fast the medication kicks in.
we need to put that on a shirt.
Yes. Stop selling it. Man. I cleaned my room recently. That's been kind of new.
Yo, a clean room?
I reorganized everything and got rid of some stuff,
My room is a room.
Yeah, my room's kind of just room.
I'm gonna move.
Well.
I'm moving out May 7th because that's when the dorms close. And apparently my room wasn't available for re-entry because like apparently it's gonna be held for sports people because the big college loves sports. So I was planning on moving into a better apartment, like in Centennial Hall, a better hall, like there's no reverb constantly.
Yeah.
And it's an actual apartment with a kitchen, so it's cool.
Let's go.
But financial aid might be doing me a pretty dirty, so I might need a skedaddle out of here, because I'm not gonna fucking take out a loan for college and put myself in lifelong debt over a fucking bachelor degree of theater arts. Like
I said, homie, I dropped out. So
at least you were doing like engineer stuff, right?
Supposed to, but I didn't even get like what it's like you have theater classes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going because you're going for theater. I was like, let's do engineering class, or let's do engineering. They're like, yeah, we're gonna put you into math, we're gonna put you in English, we're gonna put you in science, we're gonna put you in this, introduction to music, macroeconomics. I was like, what? And this is all in the first semester too.
Wait, was it micro or macroeconomics?
Macro.
Holy I'm not even doing macro. I'm doing principles of microeconomics.
I mean, they say that it's different, but apparently it's really not that different.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I had even though I took I took pre-calculus in high school. They're like, yeah, that doesn't count. So they made me take some kind of algebra class and like a trigonometry class separately. So there was 2 classes. I had my economics class.
Wait, hold on, one second. Speaking of economics, I have the perfect funny prop for this situation. I'm gonna turn off my camera. You just keep talking.
Okay, I'll just continue about what I have had. I had my good old algebra class, trigonometry class, macroeconomics, chemistry 1, English composition 2 because I was cool and did English composition 1 in high school. Introduction to music. And let's see. I think that was it. So I had like 6 classes the first semester basically. And I had a lab on Thursdays as well. That was after like my regular classes. So if you count that, that was 7 in my first semester. So I dropped out. I quit.
No,
I was like,
don't tell me it's the wrong way. No, frick.
Oh no, he said the frick word.
Keep talking. I'm not done.
You want a Mongol? Chowder be like.
Wait, no. Fuck, is it backwards?
Mongol.
Shit.
I'll sing your song.
Oh, it's inside out. That's what happened.
Somewhere
Dylan,
over
keep being
the
funny.
rainbow.
I'm not ready yet.
He wasn't ready.
I'm not ready.
He wasn't ready.
Economics, am I right?
Yeah, economics was trash. I didn't even pay attention to that class. Hunter and I basically cheated.
No, economics is fucking easy, dude. Like,
We didn't pay attention because we were bored, so we just basically cheated. Well, we didn't cheat. We helped each other out because we were both like, yeah, this is boring. We're not going to pay attention. So when we did our tests and stuff, we just did it together. So, like, we had 2 attempts each. So it's like we would both, like, we would either start on my test or his test. We would alternate. We'd start on, like, mine. We would answer them all together on mine. See what we got. We basically remembered the answers we got wrong and right, like wrote it down or took a picture or something so we know which ones to click and which ones not to click. And then we would, on the ones we got wrong, we would go back on his test and, use process of elimination, and then we would get a better grade, and then we still had 2 other times to go. So then we would go back on mine, and then we would go back on his, and then he would do like his final grading. Oh my god.
I'm good at economics. I'm a master of economics.
Is this?
As we all know, I have ascended.
Monkey man.
We all know that monkeys are excellent libertarians, and I am a master of economics.
Well, we all know where next student financial aid money goes to.
Shut up.
Monkey suit. Bro, I got like $2,000 for my first semester. Well, I got like $700 and something for books, like before school started, like the week before. And then I got like another $2,000 just randomly throughout the semester.
Dude.
Like right before I dropped out. And like, so I forgot, I think I used basically almost 1,000 of it just to pay off any debt I had. And then I put the other in like a CD account that I can't access for 5 years. So I just have like $1,000 just sitting there that I can't access for like 5 years.
Yeah, they gave me like $3,000 once last semester, and then I lost my fine and performing arts scholarship. So then they gave me nothing. I actually had to pay them almost $2,000.
Did you tell them to suck your big monkey balls?
I almost did, but I'm a pussy.
Yeah, me too.
I took microeconomics twice. First last semester and then again this semester. But like, I ordered books for my classes. They never fucking came. And apparently economics is retarded. So you have to have like the book to code. The book to have the code to have do the assignments and then do the exams. And I didn't have the book, so I didn't have the assignments, so I couldn't get to any of the assignments. So I failed. So then I took it again this semester, and apparently, like, you could just not have classes and like just do the assignments. Like I literally
like, I probably could have passed at least the majority, if not technically maybe all of my classes. But it was just so much I dropped out. And even after dropping out, I didn't do any of my finals. I didn't do like a few assignments before, because I only dropped out a couple weeks before finals.
Yeah.
And I think I still got like a 1.7 GPA.
Shit, bro. I failed 2 classes and got C's on the other ones, and I got a fucking .98 GPA.
That's insane. I was like, yeah.
I mean, I did fail. I did fail economics with a 0, like a straight 0.
That's fair.
So
well,
maybe.
Like, they were telling us, or they like sent me a letter and it was like, yeah, you have like 1.7 GPA, so you're on financial aid like probation. which basically means we're going to continue to give you money until you like, but only if you improve your grades. Like if you fail, then we're going to take your money away, but if you improve, then we'll be fine. And I was like, bro, I literally dropped out. I'm not even going back.
Oh yeah.
I was really surprised. I don't think I got any phone calls from Walter State after I dropped out.
Shit.
Not from, I didn't get any, well, I didn't check my email on my school because I was like, I'm dropping out. There's no point. So none of my teachers contacted me personally. Actually, no, I think I take that back. I think I did actually go onto my Walter State email one time for something.
I compulsively check my ETSU email like
I
every
hated
morning.
checking. I got so much anxiety like just even thinking about going to my e-learn. But I went on there and I looked and I didn't get any emails from any of my teachers like asking, "Hey, are you okay? Are you dead? Are you sick? Are you dropping out? Like what's going on?" I didn't get anything from any of my teachers. And I was like, "Fuck this."
I
So
guess.
that kind of showed me how much they actually even cared or paid attention. And then I was like, yeah, I think I was trying to check it because I needed to turn in my books or something. I needed to turn something in, I think. And I was like making sure, see if there was anything special I had to do. And then I even, like, when I went to turn my books in, I was like, man, I really hope I don't run into a teacher that I know. And I got one of my friends to go with me. But I got Blade to go with me because I was like, yeah, I don't really want to go by myself. I have a lot of anxiety going in there, which is bad when you like wake up and you get anxious because you have to check your email, and then you are anxious all day because you're worried about something coming through an email, and then you go to sleep anxious because you're afraid that nothing went through in your email
Yeah.
and school and just everything. I was like, yeah, I hate this. This is terrible.
It's like I had that same problem before, but then I got into the mindset where I've done all I can. Like if it goes through, it goes through. If I can't stop it from going through, I can't keep
Yeah.
it from. I can't like. I've done all I can. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So
Yeah,
like,
after I dropped out, I was like, man, nobody cares if I would have failed except for me. I could have literally just not tried and I would have been fine.
yeah, like I only try for like, the theater classes obviously because I don't care about anything else. Because
Yeah, that's how I was.
the economics, homework, and exams are so fucking easy. I don't have a book and I've still passed all of the homework with like 90% overall.
Let's go.
And the only reason I missed the first exam was because there was no classes scheduled, and in fucking our D2L or Pro eLearn whatever, there were no Zoom meetings or Zoom classes scheduled whatsoever. So I'm like, I'm one of the classes. Oh god. So then the night before they're due, like everything's due, like 4 homework assignments and an exam is due. She like sends out an email on D2O, just like, hey students, be sure to like do your exam. It's due at like noon tomorrow. And I'm like, wait, what? I was never told of this. So I hop on and I just do the assignments like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah,
And
I have that.
I've got to the point where I got to the 4th assignment and I couldn't see straight. I couldn't like actually comprehend reality at that point. I was fucking gone. I was
I had that with chemistry. Chemistry kicked my ass. I got to a point in one of my math classes I was okay. I was probably making like C's mostly average wise. But the other one I'm pretty sure even if I would have continued to go, I'm pretty sure I would have got like a failing grade. And he was not a good teacher in my opinion. And like there was like towards the end, I gave like right before I just actually quit and dropped out, I basically gave up. I was like, I don't know how to do any of this. Like none of this makes sense. No matter how much I look at my notes, none of this even looks like English. And it's one of those, have you saw those memes where it's like, solve this equation and they put in like 2 and it says, sorry, the equation's actually, and it has like this giant like it's basically, it looks like it's longer than the original problem is wrote out as.
Yeah.
That's basically how mine were, and I was like, I have no idea what any of this means. So I think on a few, like I got to the point where like I was just typing in like 2, 1, 2, and the answers were like sine over 2 or sine over cosine, and I was like, none of this makes sense. And there were a few where it was like you had to like actually solve it, and I was like, I have no idea. And it gave you like, you had to be really particular about like what you put in. Like if the answer was 4.1345927 and you left off the 7, but you got everything else right, it would count it wrong.
Shit, bro. I guess.
Yeah.
No, the hardest thing with the assignments that we have are like graphs, and I swear the graphs have like aim assist or something. You know, you could get like the vaguest answer possible, and you still can get it right.
See, and not only that, there's a point where I literally typed in the answer box. I put, I do not know how to do this question. I really don't know how to do it, until it would let me move on to the next one, and then I would just continue to do that until I finished. And he was like, "Yeah, bro. I can see you're having trouble," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's because you're a bad teacher, and I don't know what I'm doing."
Oh yeah, it was
in my trigonometry class. I hated that class so much.
Man, I guess my class is just super easy because like I was literally just breezing through it, and then when it got slightly more difficult, I just looked up the answers on Google, and like everything is on Quizlet. All the answers.
Yeah, I tried that a few times. Our chemistry teacher told us that we couldn't do that with her stuff. She's like, "Yeah," she's like, I purposely make mine like she says I'll take the ones that are on Google, and I'll copy them almost exactly, and I'll change it slightly so you can't actually get the answers on Google. I was like, "Man, you're a bitch."
That's evil. Like I understand that. I understand. I mean,
she literally admitted that she did that. She's like, "Yeah, you guys can try to go on Google or go online and try to find the answers," but she's like, "You'll find something similar." But she's like, "More than likely, I've taken that same exact question, and I've changed it just slightly so you can't actually look it up."
That's a fucking bitch move. Because
I actually tried looking up the answers multiple times.
If you're here's a point of advice for all the teachers out there, the like 0.01% of you who might possibly have a chance of becoming a teacher one night. If your students have to look up the answers, you're not a good teacher. If some teachers just straight up say, not all of my students pass my class, like 2% of people pass my class. This is a super difficult course. It's not that your course is difficult, it's just that you're a shit at teaching.
Can I also give some information to teachers out there? College teachers, at least?
Hell yes.
Yeah, fuck you.
Except
for my music teacher. My music teacher was pretty cool. He was pretty alright.
College teachers, they're called professors because you have to get like sure you have to get like
professors.
A doctorate to be a college teacher for some reason.
Yeah, fuck them.
Especially
the math ones.
Yeah, it comes with a certain air of arrogance, or like it comes with its own set of ego, because you gotta pander. Like whenever you have to write an essay, like the second class I failed last semester was artistic vision. Just a disclaimer, if anyone who is in that class or the professor happened to see this, I don't mean any offense by the words I speak in this moment. This comes from a place of emotion, and I'm in a monkey costume. Don't take me seriously, please. The most subjective thing in the world, mind you. And we had to write a paper about Thus Spoke Zarathustra, the Nietzsche book, and I couldn't fucking read it. I mean,
yeah,
I read a bunch of summaries on it. I read but I did all the things I did. I looked at research papers. I looked at blah blah blah. I formed my own opinions on the book. It's about this man named Zarathustra who goes up and lives on a mountain and looks at the sunrise and like, I've been enlightened. I will go to the village and preach my word of the Ubermensch. And it's like, we can all be the Ubermensch, brothers. We can evolve from man just like we evolved from monkey. It's like the opposite of go back, I want to be monkey. It's like go forward, I want to be Ubermensch. And I'm like, wait, if the Ubermensch is a different thing than the people, because we're different than monkeys, doesn't that kind of breed like other intelligent humans are inferior to other intelligent humans? That kind of sounds like Nazism to me. Mm-hmm. And I put that in my essay, and he was just like, the quality of your essay was it showed me that you did not fully engage with the piece, and like you didn't actually understand, because Zarathustra was not a Nazi, and his ideas could not possibly have been used for Nazi ideology, because I adore Nietzsche and I hate Mustache Man. And the only reason that people use his work to justify Nazism and xenophobia and racism is because of his wife, who was a huge Nazi, even though the Nazis didn't come into power until like the 30s.
He sounds like an asshole.
I mean, he wasn't an asshole per se, but he did have his
response sounded asshole-ish.
Yeah, he was a nice guy, but like he was obviously an arts professor in college.
Oh yeah,
like
that's how my English teacher was in college.
He studied abroad in Scotland, made him look all superior and shit, and like he talked like this all the time, and he would ask a question, you would answer, and you'd be like, and why is that? With like this look on his face, like, you're wrong, bitch. Like, shut the fuck up. Your opinions are invalid.
Yeah,
but he would spin it as to like, your opinions are not invalid, but like,
you're wrong.
They could be better.
Yeah.
And
see, our English teacher, he never made us have a Zoom call. We never met. Like, Zoom call, not person classes. He literally just sent everything through eLearn to us. Like, this is your assignment. Do it by this specific date. So normally we would have he made us do writing journals every week about like basically we had 2 weeks to do our essays, but then every week we had to do a writing journal. So we would have like a writing journal every week, and then basically every other week we'd have both. And so I did like my essays, and he actually liked them, and I was like, wow, I'm actually passing this class. Look at me. But then like on the writing journals, I literally basically lied about everything. I was like, I basically just made up as much bullshit as I could, and then especially like I would tell myself, I'm like, okay, last time I waited until the very last minute to like read any of my homework, and then I would do all my essay, and I would basically read everything and do my essay all in the same like couple hours. And I was like, maybe I should like not do that and like, you know, read the pieces throughout the week and then start working on it, and then just get it done either before or at least space it out so it won't be that much work. And I would never do that. I was always wait till like the last minute to do all that, you know, like a typical college student.
Yeah.
And so I would say something about the piece that I've not even read or looked up summaries for. I would make the most vague thing I could, like, oh, this piece was really interesting. I really liked how they did this, and I would look up stuff on Google, like what they did. And then like I would actually read the piece, and I was completely wrong, so I'd have to go back and go, yeah, actually I changed my mind. I actually did like this, or I would add to it, like, along with what I said last time, I also have reread it, and I really like this too. And then like really it was just my first time reading it.
Yeah, and
still got good grades.
The stuff he had us read and watch were like, it's such weird stuff. Like we had The Stranger by Albert Camus. That was pretty okay, I suppose. It's about this crazy guy who's disassociative, and he fucks women, shoots a man, and then gets executed because he didn't like his mother.
Oh.
Essentially. So like it's like so like we had to write an essay on The Stranger. I don't know what my grade was, but apparently it wasn't enough to save me from failing. I essentially was like, I drew from my own experience as I was told to. I wrote what I knew, and I'm like, it shows how society.
We live in a society, bro.
It shows how we live in a society, because it showed how people hated it shows how they hated him because he hated his mother, probably, because like his mother dies in the beginning of the book, and like he goes to his funeral, he like drinks coffee and smokes, and apparently that's disrespectful, and he was like, I don't know when my mom died, but she's dead, so like that's cool, that's alright, I'm gonna still live life. So he's like, he's essentially like Yoshikage Kira from JoJo. You wouldn't know because you didn't watch JoJo after the second episode, did you?
Yeah, it's bad. I didn't like
shut the frig up. Just we'll watch part 1 together, and then we'll watch part 2.
I'm typical My Hero guy.
Typical My Hero guy.
And Assassination Classroom's pretty okay.
Assassination Classroom is pretty epic, but JoJo part 2 is when it gets great. Part 3 is a bit. Part 4 is a bit until Yoshikage Kira comes in, and part 5 is pretty epic. I liked part 5.
Our English teacher was a big weeaboo. Like his profile picture on eLearn was like anime women with big titties.
A man of
And then
class,
he
I
did
see.
yeah, I know, right? He did something like it wasn't mandatory. It was just if you wanted to, you could like take a picture of your setup because he was all about mental health and because of COVID, yada yada yada. So he took a picture of his own setup and showed it to us, and he had like 3 or 4 monitors, like the 2 sideways monitors that are like the big
Dude.
rectangles,
Yeah.
like you'd seen professional gaming people have. He had like that, and then he had like 2 middle monitors, and he had like this big like table, and he had like a bunch of anime figurines, like big titty goth women
Hell
figurines.
yeah.
Oh my god! And but
Shit, bro.
he made us read some weird shit too. Some of it was like I think in Japanese people, and like one there was some that were called we had like I think it was the last essay I did before I dropped out. It was we had to read The Laughing Man, and
Wait,
we had to
you mean the
read.
man who laughs? Is it the man who laughs?
No, it's called The Laughing Man.
Oh man, I know about the
And then
man who laughs.
the other one was called Fountains in the Rain. Fountains in the Rain was really fucking weird. Basically, it was really short, which is probably why it was kind of hard to understand because it's almost like how you can write something and you can water something down a lot to make up room, but then you can also write something and it's like you kind of made it too condensed.
Yeah.
It was basically, in my opinion, it was too condensed. Like, I mean, I understood it, but it's like it probably would have been an okay read if it drawn it out a little bit longer. But basically, the premise was this dude was like thinking in his head about. He's like, you basically it starts off with him and his girlfriend in like this cafe or something, and he's basically about to break up with her, and because he's like, I finally had the courage to dump her, and you find out that I think the only reason he even dated her was to basically prove that he was dominant or something. It was really like self-pretentious and like very man-like, stereotypical man-like.
Ah,
And then like
I see. It was
she
written
starts
by a woman.
crying and like flips out, and he's like, "Dude, shut up. We're in public." And she just gets even louder and more upset. And then eventually he like takes her by the arm and like makes her go outside, and like I think he tries to like leave her, and she just keeps following him. You good there, homie?
I'm good. Yeah. I I did you hear me say so it was obviously written by a woman. I was just
Yeah, I know, right?
I was just confirming
Honestly,
that it was a joke. That was a joke. Don't.
yeah. No, I think it was written by some Japanese dude. But like he like tries to leave her and she like follows him around and it starts raining and it's called Fountains in the Rain, of course. And eventually you get to a part where it's like they go to this big like famous fountain in the middle of town and he brings her and he's like, "Look at this. This thing is you're crying as many tears as as this thing is." He like flips out on her and he's honestly being kind of a dick. And then I think basically he's like, "Look, this is you. You're crying as many tears as this fountain is putting out." And then I think it kind of comes back to around to one of those like none of that actually happened. You go back to like he was just imagining all that, and he's back at the same situation where he's about to break up with her, but he hasn't actually done it yet. That was just all in his mind. And it was kind of disappointing because they're like, "Man, that was really douchebaggy-ish, but at least you didn't actually do it."
Yeah.
It's
It's
really fucking weird.
yeah. That's another thing. Something he had us watch was a film called My Winnipeg. I had to fucking rent it on iTunes. I've never rented anything on iTunes before, and I did not want to pay money to see this thing because it was terrible. I mean, it was just weird. It was like it was you see old woman coochie in like the first 10 minutes.
Oh.
Old lady coochie. And apparently it's about this guy who's from Winnipeg, Canada.
Yeah.
And it's just a film about Winnipeg.
So fucking weird.
It's so weird. It's in black and white, but it was made in like 2009 or something.
Oh.
And I just didn't get it. I hated
Our
it.
our music teacher, he didn't make it mandatory. He basically did it for extra credit if he wanted to, which I didn't really need it.
All this shit was
But,
mandatory. We had to like write about it because
my
we had
God.
to do an essay about something called a Künstlerroman, and that's a German word for like a personal masterpiece. It's like a magnum opus of somebody about their life. And we The Stranger was a Künstlerroman, My Winnipeg was a Künstlerroman, and another thing we had to write about was Nanette by Hannah Gadsby. This comedy piece called Nanette, which is
Ha ha ha! So funny. Ha.
it was so funny. It was so funny. So funny. Haha. It wasn't funny at all. Like it was supposed to be like her last thing, but it was so terrible. It's not funny at all. It's like the basic humor was it's liberal woman humor. It's like the bare bone. It's like shit you would see Amy Schumer or Sarah B. What was that her name? Sarah B.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right.
Susan B. Susan B.
Susan B. Anthony.
The old blonde lady who has a television show on network.
Yes.
Anyways, it was basically that, and then just like it delved into like her trauma, like a bunch of stuff, like how she's been wronged by the world, all the shit, like all the crimes that have been committed against her, like how she felt disconnected from her family, how about being gay and stuff, and that's cool, but like it's a comedy. You should be funny at least. Like I came here to laugh, not be depressed. I mean the one joke that I thought was actually funny was like she told all straight guys to roll up their socks, and I'm like, I looked down, I'm like, oh shit, she's right.
Bugged. Our teacher was like, yeah, you can watch these if you want. He basically said you could watch this like 3 hours, and it was some movie about Beethoven, or you could watch 3 separate documentaries, and basically he had like a questionnaire type thing where you had to like, he had questions on it, you had to fill out the answers, kind of like what we used to in high school in Miss Wagner's class.
Yeah.
And it was basically that, and of course I didn't do it. I was like, fuck this. But I was like, this is some random bullshit. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, artistic vision was my favorite class, but only because it was the only class that we had in person, and I could actually talk to people, like actually interesting people, and talk about interesting things that I could relate to, other than like, what is art? Like that's my least favorite question of all time to answer. Like, what is art? Because some people say it's subjective, and it is somewhat subjective, but it is also somewhat objective. Like,
I can't go on the road, spit on the concrete, and say that's art.
Yeah, like we talked about the dumbest shit. This one guy shit in a can and named it art, and I'm like, that's obviously not fucking art. And my professor said, yeah, but if you think about it, he's literally putting himself into his art. So
yeah, Mr. Bowen talked about some guy. He was supposed to like. He was apparently like I think he was a semi-popular like artist or something. He like, I guess he had an artwork or art piece or something, but he like forgot it or something happened, and he didn't have it at the time, and he was like on his way to the to show it off. So he literally goes to like this like restaurant or bar or something, and it's like, how much can I pay you for you to let me take your urinal off the wall? So he gave him some money, and they like let him take the urinal. He brought the urinal into the art competition, and it became like one of the biggest, most popular pieces of his artwork ever.
Yeah,
it was literally just some random ass bathroom urinal.
Modern art is such bullshit. I saw this video about why people hate modern art, and it was just basic. It was the dumbest video I've ever fucking seen before, because it compared like video games, like interactive work, to a painting with 3 colors splattered on it, just 3 colors, and like the video games that he mentioned, they were actually fucking interactive, and they had a purpose, an interpretive purpose, and like it's a picture, it's colors, like 3 colors, not even in an interesting way. Mm-hmm. And he drew it to the conclusion that it was racist, it was homophobic, it was Nazism to hate modern art, because Hitler, he gathered a bunch of art because he was an artist, and he gathered a bunch of degenerate art and he placed it around a museum, and it was like, oh, look at this art, look at how terrible it is, and that was the basis of modern art. So now everyone who hates modern art is a Nazi.
Yeah, sounds about right.
God.
Speaking of art, how is your video game coming along?
My video game is... I've come along a little bit. I've started a couple cutscenes. I've learned enough about it to like... I've learned about variables. That's how I can make the choices. I want to make like an RPG. You know how it is,
Mhm.
like choices and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna build like the first couple levels and quests, so I can have like a demo I can release on Itch.io,
Yeah.
and then build hype for it, so I can get some people to come in. Because I programmed a cutscene, an intro cutscene for it. That was a bit too much. I think I'm gonna go like somewhat graphic novel or visual novel,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then RPG elements. Like the hub world and like the gameplay is gonna be like an RPG maker, and then the cutscenes and specific events are gonna like show up a picture on the screen, and that's gonna be it. I think that's
Kind of like the old like Nintendo games, like
yeah, yeah.
Mario and
Because
I guess more like Zelda.
yeah, because I spent $80 on RPG Maker, and I think
God.
it's the most versatile thing because I have no programming experience whatsoever. I'm using the default assets, and I've gone a good distance.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I still have yet to do anything official with my music, so that's always there.
I'm mostly just running out of time because I get these bolts of energy to work on it, and I get a bunch of stuff done. I get a lot of progress, but I don't have the time to
Yeah,
consistently.
that's kind of how I've been.
I've
I've
fully
just been wanting
completed the
to
map.
work.
I've
Yeah.
mapped out everything. I have like starting area, hunting grounds, the forest, like a little, and some little locations. Like there are 3 towns, each increasing in level, like small town, medium town, big advanced town. Then I also have a prison. I have the mansion of the Duke of the province that it takes place in, and another town that is okay. So like the end game, it's all one map, the overworld, and like I wanted to have. You obviously got to have the end game on that map,
Yeah.
and the way I wanted to do it, I took that, shoved it in a corner of the map, and then just cut off that corner with a river. And like, ha ha, ha,
Okay.
you gotta find a way across the river. Ha ha ha, you can't cut to the end of the game. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's like, I covered it in fog to be all mysterious, and you can see like a little town in there, and like, ooh, what's that town? What's in that town?
That's cool.
And
I'm excited.
yeah, so like, I've gotten a bunch of ideas for quests. Like, I'm gonna have, I. I started playing Duck's Life again, and I got an idea for a quest because of Duck's Life. So, essentially, it's gonna be like, I call it the Superior Bird Contest.
Okay.
And in this magical fantasy world, the people of this province are old, they're retired, and they're young, the children of the old and the retired. So they have to have something to pass the time, am I right? So
Yeah.
they have the favorite sport of Dunmire, the province that my game takes place in. Not ripped off of a guild on a authoritarian Minecraft server I joined.
Oh, of course not.
Of course not. No correlation. You saw that Dunmire on Discord? No, you didn't. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
So the Superior Bird Contest is what they do. Twice a year. I just came up with that on the spot because I have no fucking clue I just have like, it's a contest. So like, these people, they train ducks in order to compete in several physical and mental competitions, like chess and running and spinning and flying and all this and boxing. Like, they train their ducks to be fucking JoJo characters, because that's what happens when you're a duck in this universe. Because ducks, they are the superior bird, as they say. They can fucking swim, they can walk, and they can fly. That's the masters of Earth. Like, those are the 3 things. So they're obviously the superior bird. So essentially, there's like contestants that you can support and like help train their ducks, and you can also like sabotage other people's ducks, and and you can bet on the ducks and win a bunch of money. And
sounds like Duck Life.
I mean, it's not like Duck Life. It's completely different than Duck Life.
I mean, yeah. Sorry. It's completely different.
Superior
It's
Bird
original
Contest.
concept.
It's the Superior Bird Contest.
Yes.
And I also have I also plan to have a JoJo reference in there, of course, a mandatory one.
Yeah, of
But
course.
it's got a purpose. It's got a different purpose. So
Okay.
like, I adapted a JoJo
Are you
reference
gonna are
to.
you gonna let Pork Pie Hat Kid be a playable character? Is that
Unfortunately,
the
nah. That's too obvious. We gotta keep it simple.
okay? Fair enough. Fair enough.
So like in part 3, there's this guy named Mohammed Avdal, and I just he's friends with this other guy named Jean-Pierre Polnareff. You know Polnareff, the thick French man with the nice titties. Best titties a man ever had.
Titties.
So like he's an old man in this town, little Mohammed, who kind of might resemble Avdal in a few ways. He's like royalty free Avdal. And you meet him in a pub. He's just relaxing. He's chilling, profiling. And he's like, "Hey, yo, can you like help me find my friend, bro? Let me find my friend." And you're like, "Okay, what's a description of him?" "Oh, he's like short and green, and he got a shell." "Sir, is he a turtle?" You might find him. Like he's maybe." And like you're all confused and shit. So you talk to the people around him. He's like, "Yeah, he's lost his turtle. You go find his turtle." So then you go out, you look for his turtle, and you find it. And you're like, "Oh, cool, this is a turtle." So you go out and touch it, but suddenly this man jumps out and just pulls a sword on you. He's like, "What the? What are you doing? This is my turtle." He's like French, because he's Polnareff. Like,
Of course, yeah.
man jumps out of a turtle. It's fine. And it's
like
all
that.
a bunch of JoJo references. And you could fight him, you could kill him, you could kill the man, you could steal the turtle, and you can have a little turtle base, walk around in, or you can like say, "Yo, bro, chill. I'm here with your friend Mohammed, bro," and like, "Yo," that's pretty epic. And then they start living together because they're broskies. They're just bros being bros in old age.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you can like help Mohammed in the superior bird contest, because he does that, because everyone does that. Superior bird contest.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. And I don't want to get into spoilers, because there's in 3 years they might actually release the game.
Let's go.
He's like a minor character. You don't want to make
Yeah.
a JoJo reference like a main character or some shit.
Yeah, of course.
And now that I've said it's a JoJo reference, we're just gonna fucking man. I've spoiled it. I've spoiled the JoJo reference, because it was gonna be Mohammed, and the other guy was gonna be called Pierre.
It'd be alright.
And I was gonna give him like a French man mustache to like make him royalty free Polnareff.
Oh,
He was gonna have, Polnareff has super tall, like column like hair. He was gonna have like a buzz cut, but like black French man mustache. And he's gonna carry a rapier, because his silver chariot, as a sword stand.
That's cool.
So it'd be royalty free Polnareff and Avdal, just be an old man. And
I like that.
The turtle is a reference to part 5, but I'm not gonna spoil that part, because you should really watch part 5. You should
I thought about it.
Don't skip parts though. You gotta. Since you don't like part 1, I'll watch it with you, in order to, because you didn't even see the best part of Speedwagon. He literally heals a man's gangrene with his abs. You got no fucking clue what happened.
Hot.
Speedwagon, no, this man got his arm frozen. He's just like, "Oh no, what am I going to do? I can't use my blood and my arm to like breathe." And Speedwagon just like, "Aight, bro, if we don't treat that, you're gonna get gangrene. We're gonna have to lose the arm." And just fucking lifts his shirt and just it instantly heals his arm. It's amazing. It's glorious. Speedwagon is the fucking G. He has no special powers whatsoever. He's just a man with a sledgehammer and a gun.
My God. That sounds about right.
Yeah. And he's the fucking greatest character of all time. Like, the first part takes place in the 1800s, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and this man helps the Joestars up until the 90s. Like, no, even into the 2011s. That's how much he helps.
Oh my gosh.
He transcends humanity to help the Joestars.
My gosh.
This man This man. Man, you didn't even get to see the Hamon frog in part 1. You don't even know what Hamon is. Do you?
No.
Of course you don't, because you didn't watch episode 4.
Oh, well,
part one's really only like 9 episodes.
Interesting. What's a good topic you'd like to end this on?
Well, I think JoJo is the best part to end it on.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
JoJo.
JoJo. All right, so we've been going for a good hour and a half. It's a good solid podcast. Like I said, it's good to like put it on in the background and listen to while you're just trying to sleep.
I was gonna say, honestly, whenever this comes out, I'm probably gonna listen to it while I sleep.
Hell yeah. Or maybe, like some people like to do, just put it on while you're working, like
or driving a car,
or driving to a new town to rent out an apartment with your best bro.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Hey, are you uploading this on your YouTube, by the way?
Yes, I am.
You know what we could do eventually?
What?
We could try to start uploading it on Spotify as well.
Spotify? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's free.
Maybe.
I don't really know how to do it, but I know a few people that have uploaded stuff like that before. So
yeah, I
could ask them.
We really just need to blow up on one platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we're set for life.
Honestly, well, I don't know. This is probably a blanket. This I don't want to say a blanket statement, but from like that podcast I watch, like they do pretty okay. Like they normally get at least 100,000 views, sometimes. Well, between like a couple 100,000 to 1 million, just depending on who's the special guest and all that, or what the topic is. But on Spotify, they're getting like millions, like constantly millions and millions. So apparently for podcasts, Spotify's a really good place.
Yeah, and I'd kill for just 1,000 views. The pork pie hat video is my most popular video. It has over 200 views.
Let's go.
I think the formula is I just make a video on a topic that some people are mildly interested in, and then those people who are mildly interested look it up, and there's no videos on it except for mine.
Exactly.
So they watch it, and it's actually inquisitive and quite good, actually. So they come back over and over and over again. Like I looked up Marble Blast Gold videos. It's just speedruns. It's just like hour-long gameplay videos.
Oh my god.
And holy shit, hold on. The best level of all time, Dive. We would play that shit all the time. I was a master of Dive. Like, the gold time is 27 seconds. I beat that shit in 19.
Oh my god.
And the fucking world record is 11 seconds.
You're getting close.
I'm getting close. I could legitimately submit my run to that place, to the world records, and just have second place.
Yeah.
Like, shit, bruh. Shit.
When are you gonna upload this, by the way?
I've recorded some gameplay to put in the background of it, so I should be able to work on it over the next week. I work like every fucking day, so yeah. I'm used to just like recording a video, editing it, and then posting it all on the same day. But I'm gonna have to, like, if I want to keep uploading on my videos, or like on my YouTube, I'm gonna have to like record them, and then edit them, and then upload them on like separate days.
Yeah.
Cause like,
well, to be honest, the more time and effort you put in, the better they're gonna be, anyways.
Cause like I get burned out while I'm editing. Cause like you can tell, especially I think the video where it's most obvious is the video where I'm making my anime waifu avatar. Cause like the beginning of it is snappy, it's quick, the cuts are amazing, I like it, and then you get to the end where you can tell I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel that.
Both in the video and in the editing, you can tell I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I also need to start writing scripts. Because it's funny. My first video where I had my face, I'm like, hey, yo, I made a script. I'm gonna make a video. That's coming out soon. I fucking threw that script away like a couple. I forgot. That was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I just didn't do the video, and I threw the script away. It was about reviewing white people.
Shit, that sounds cool.
It is a good video idea, and it had some really funny jokes about the Queen Elizabeth. The Queen Elizabeth.
The Queen.
And
Your
of course the
Queen.
basic white people jokes.
Yeah.
But I might make it in the future. I've actually gotten comfortable editing, so I can actually get some good stuff out. I just need to like get it consistent. Like when I started uploading daily, that's when my shit exploded. But now I'm working every single fucking day, and I have school. So when the summer comes around, I'm gonna start uploading more often. But
let's freaking go.
I've started to like go on CS:GO and advertise. Like, hey yo, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hey, go subscribe. Hey yo, I caught this guy live streaming. I'm like, hey yo, bro, can I plug my YouTube? And he's like, yeah, bro.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, the TF2 spy. The TF2 spy. I have a present for you for TF2 when we play spy. Hey yo, speaking of setups, a while ago, I have spy crabs. He's a crab that's a spy. Dope. And I also have, he comes in blue and red.
That's dope.
That's what we're in for when we play TF2.
Oh yeah, we need to come up with a name for the podcast as well.
The YetToBeNamed podcast.
We could call it that.
I honestly thought about calling it the YetToBeNamed podcast.
There's one podcast. What was it called? It was something sort of similar to that, like, like the Nameless podcast or something like that. It was really weird.
Wait, hold on. What if we call it the YetToBeNamed Codpast?
The Codpast.
YetToBeNamed Codpast.
That would be funny.
Hell yeah. Cause like, Codpast. You were just gonna say podcast, but it's like actually it's the Codpast.
The only problem with that is, what if somebody tries to look it up and they're looking up for podcasts? It's not gonna be a hot search word.
YetToBeNamed Codpast. We're gonna make it a hot search word.
You're right. There's another one too that was like really funny and weird. We could just be like Joe Rogan and just name it after ourselves.
The Din Din Numbers podcast.
The Numbers podcast.
The Numbers and Din Din podcast.
Din Din be like, bruh.
All right, we're going 141, 010,
all right.
11, 12.
Like,
13.
subscribe.
Subscribe.
Click the notification bell.
Hit the comment down below. Boost
my. Yeah, give us some. They can give us some podcast names.
Yeah.
Drop some ideas. Drop some questions. Some topics for next time.
Boost my algorithm.